The coronavirus pandemic has challenged CEOs to shift the way they lead in creative and ingenious new ways. These changes may have been birthed of necessity, but we believe they have great potential beyond this crisis. We have spoken with and counseled hundreds of CEOs since the pandemic first hit. It's clear to us that they sense an opportunity to lead in new and more positive ways. Only CEOs can decide to seize this once-in-a-generation window to consciously evolve the very nature of their role. These are the 4 shifts we see CEOs making in this moment. Firstly, chief executives are setting bolder aspirations. They are thinking 10 times higher and 10 times faster. CEOs are recognizing that the barriers to boldness and speed are less about technical limits and more about mindsets. They are recalibrating how work gets done. During the pandemic, organizations have accomplished what was previously thought impossible. We know of one medical institution that did 38 telehealth visits a week in 2019. It is now doing 5,000 a week. A goal that prior to the pandemic it had estimated would be accomplished several years from now, and only after a large-scale transformation. Secondly, in this moment of crisis, CEOs are elevating to be to the same level as to do. We see leaders making a conscious, deliberate choice to bring more of themselves into the workplace and to show more of their humanity. One chief executive shared with us that post-COVID-19, I'm more casually dressed and it's more intimate and personal. I've made some of my videos outside with the dog, something I never would have thought to do before. The feedback from staff has been positive, and employee engagement scores are consistently on the rise. CEOs are using different lenses to take notice of how members of their senior team show up. This conscious, deliberate choice to adjust people expectations to include to be as well as to do considerations will change how CEOs and their organizations select, train, coach, recognize, and reward leaders. One CEO told us that employees need to see that their leadership is vulnerable, empathetic, and making decisions in accordance with our values, which I'd better be the living proof of. Thirdly, CEOs are fully embracing stakeholder capitalism. The pandemic has brought this issue to the fore in powerful ways, prompting many CEOs to gut check what they really believe and take action accordingly. Chief executives are being called upon to make tough, rapid sequence decisions affecting multiple stakeholders while they simultaneously manage for the long haul. More CEOs are stepping out in front vocally, making their views known on topics ranging from values to ethics. Employees, customers, and stakeholders increasingly expect a CEO to articulate where the company stands on critical issues. As one CEO put it, going forward, there is going to be a lot more focus on society, customers, and clients, family, and employees. The moment of the pandemic offers CEOs the opportunity and increases their obligation to acknowledge this reality. Finally, we see chief executives harnessing the power of their peer networks. CEOs are accelerating problem-solving together by building on one another's ideas, iterating novel solutions, and encouraging one another to conduct bold experiments. This interest in sharing success is creating wins for multiple stakeholders. One chief executive told us how they were able to move rapidly on new product creation because when everyone saw that it was a true alliance to do good for society, we were able to get the convergence of many companies. This crisis has unfrozen many aspects of the CEO role. If a critical mass of CEOs continues to embrace and extend what they have learned during the pandemic, this CEO moment could become a CEO movement, one that is profoundly positive for the achievement of corporate, human, and societal potential. Will we build on this unique moment, or will we return to the ways of the past?